Alright, that's that son of a gun. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Paul with Loose Boot Woodworking. We're going to be building a jig today. I have the need for some splines and some miters. It's going to be a pretty easy build, but I think it'll be a good one for us to kind of go through step by step on how to do it. So let's get to it. I need some strips of 7-inch plywood, so I'll be taking that off of this old bookshelf I've got and some other scrap plywood laying around. Matter of fact, I've got one piece that is delaminated, and that's actually going to work out in my favor. So we're going to do that now. All right, I think that gets me the pieces I need so far. Now I'll cut them basically in half at the 45. I'm gonna end up using the crosscut sled later to cut these down to size. One's gonna be 10 inches, the other one I think is like 4 inches, but at this point they're oversized, and that's okay. My son helped me build this because I was building the crosscut sled, and he happened to see the piece of plexiglass. And he said, "Dad, we ought to put that in there because that way you're protected from the sawdust, but you can still see the blade." That's a great idea. I love it. It has broken since we've had an accident, but I think I've got another piece of plexiglass to put in there. So I'll replace that at some point, but it's been a time saver for sure. Let's do this. If I could line those two up like that, that would be the exact cut, right? So that's what I need to do. Line those two up. Pretty much just cut those at the same time. That'd give me what I need. And then same thing here. Whatever this cut needs to be, line these two up and cut them at the same time. Kind of winging this at this point. Got my pencil here. That's that son of a gun. All right, so we're gonna mark this there. I need to make sure that I'm in the center of this thing. So I'm at 14 and 3/8. So I need to be at 7 and 3/16. Seven and 3/16. So that's where these points need to get to, right? That's what's 45, supposedly. I'm open. Here's open. So there's that. And if that's a 40, and if that's a 90-degree angle in there. Okay. So first thing that we need to do is go ahead and pull the screws out of here. And eventually I'll pull the screws out because I don't ever want to hit those screws with a table saw. But the screws are going to help clamp this until the glue dries. All right, now I'm going to put some glue here on this edge and here on this edge, right down the middle. Bring those back down. Oh, and then one thing I do have to do, and for those of you who have watched my previous video, I introduced a tool, and this is my unboxing of that tool. But this is the Ryobi 18-volt brad nailer. I'm going to brad nail this side in. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to clamp this up. Oh yeah, we're going to do, yeah. There we go. All right, so what I'm going to do now, let's go ahead and get some clamps on here. And I'm going to tighten this up till I bring this side up to a 90, because I don't think it's at 90. Okay, I think that's at 90. So now I can brad nail these things on this side. And these are going to be tall enough that my blade's not ever going to hit them. Okay, cool. And now cutting this to size to fit on one side of this, and then I'll attach it to one side of this so that it'll all stay together well. Because this is only glued on the bottom. I'll take the screws out of this eventually. This has got glue and the brad nails, but that's seriously not going to be super strong. But if I can come from the side, especially up high enough with this piece of board, and I can screw it to the jig, then it'll be solid and I won't have to worry about it moving. Anyway, so this jig is going to be complete soon. Yeah, we'll come back for that here in just a second. Okay, so what I need to do is measure. So I've got 2 5/8, 2 of those, one on either side. And once I get that one, we'll get the top dialed in after I get that going. All right, let's get our PPE on here. Our personal protective equipment. Yeah. Let's make sure we're giving a good example to the kids and the folks out at home. Looks like 4 7/8. The 1/2 inch piece of plywood, and connect it to this fence. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. Connect the 1/2 inch piece of plywood to that fence, as well as attaching our jig to the plywood. So all these things are going to go together. This is going to be a nice backer board to keep the taller stuff from really falling out, and it's all going to be solid to this rail that will slide back and forth easily. Our music cabinet, and see how these corners come together right here, Andrew. That corner, and I'm gonna put this like that and run it over the table saw so it cuts a groove right there in the corner, and then we can take a piece of wood and glue it in there. That's what a spline is, in case you didn't know. Cool. They're not very aggressively deep. What do you think?
It looks good. Good cut.
Yep.
It's a good cut.
Awesome. I lost some video of me actually installing the miters, but here you can see the finished product. We've got this beautiful walnut in the corner of this pine door for my wife's music cabinet. She loves the cabinet, and this miter jig worked great. Again, I'm Paul with Loose Wood Woodworking. Thanks again, and we'll catch you on the next one. Let's see. Should Brad be in? Probably should. They need to stay. Oh. I know what I don't need to do. I don't need to put Brad's there. Crap. Well, I did now. Whoopsie! I've got the need for a spline jig because of a door that I built in such a way that I created miters instead of making it the proper joint. Yes, that's right. And we're able to use this jig going forward for face frames for picture, and yeah, we'll just see how it works out. Let's do it. Here on Loose Wood Woodworking.